Hi, John here. Today, Wednesday, 11th of March 2015. Just a catch-up. I'm just dropping some documents onto Facebook. There's 9 documents altogether. Wraps up the 161 Cook Street property. So that's taken a little bit of a while to do that. A little bit late with it, but however, there's quite a bit of work to go into it, and the citations that I use are extensive, and they cover the British titles here in Auckland that I'm explaining to the police how the titles were fabricated into the iwi Maori titles of LINZ from the British titles. They have gone and corrupted the original John Rogan British titles from Scotland, Glasgow, in the British UK government at the time, 1878. Okay, so that's where these titles in Auckland came from, and I'm explaining there's a few legal issues involved and police corruption involved in it as well, that you can very well see the pattern emerging over the 6 years that I've been putting this case together. It's taken a bit of patience, that one of us was going to buckle up, the police or the land transfer people or the iwi Maoris here, and their history that's really can't match what I have in these 3 title books for the property. That one, as you can see, that one there, and this one with King William there. These are titles for the 61 Cook Street. They're very extensive inside them, and the other one, there's another one here, another 2 titles, and the latest one there, right, with their pound note on. So that's the 2.715 billion debtors bill that the British will go after to recover that. I'm telling the police, because the police didn't help me to do this case, it was quite impossible for the land lawyers, the conveyancing lawyers, to keep a straight face and honesty, because that's where the corruption is on these land titles where I am now, right along the waterfront, where the iwi Ngāti Whātua Ōrākei chiefs, CEOs sold the land. Tiwana Tibble, I got a bone to pick with him. He's going to get one of these bills, okay, all of them are going to get the bill for fabricating our British title and leaving our name off, and they wouldn't let us go up on One Tree Hill to put the MANUKAU title back up there with Kawhuru title. And so that they're really in trouble now. So that's another book there. These are all the books for that site. And of course we've got all the original documents here. These are the ones that were the lapse of caveat that I put in, that the land information turned down. They rejected it, and they wouldn't investigate their own titles. But now the British have got whiff of it. They won't be very happy with what has happened here with the Queen, doing that to the King William and his flag. Okay, you've seen the flag enough times, and corrupting the actual Admiralty flag of mortgages. It came out of King William IV, so they've run off with it. And so all that's done for us is created debtor instruments, okay? It's created debtor instruments to just bill them against the pound note. That's what I'm going up to the bank now, right now, at 1:24 p.m. I'm just waiting for the watch to clear. So I've got a clear watch, and then go up and print these the documents I'm just putting on now. In a second, you'll see the 9 documents that I'm putting on for the levy debtors and to seize the property. I'll explain it in a minute. So these are the debtor instruments. That's Matt Taylor there, okay? Matt Taylor. They're doing the elections now, so Jamie and I are running a bit late. Sorry about that, Matt. We're not there. We're still doing this. There's a massive job to do then. Well, we'll go straight into the elections when we come there. Won't take us long to get around 650 electorates, okay? We'll get around there pretty quick with these sort of notes flying around the place, okay? So these are all the different notes that we're using as debtor instruments, levy, not promissory notes. They're not promissory notes. They're debtors levy instruments for collateral against someone's assets. Okay, that's committed a fraud. The spoils of contraband or whatever that they've stolen. Okay, and that's the physical warrant, and that's the debtor instrument that goes with the warrant. The two of them go together. So because I've been doing this by myself, it's taken so long, but it was a timely thing. You couldn't just do it overnight without having a thorough investigation yourself, and most of the times the private investigations in the police, they have no information. They don't know as much as I do about Auckland and its history, and how to do mortgages and how to do land titles and all those sort of things. So with the event of them throwing Aaron Pascoe out, Detective Senior Sergeant Aaron Pascoe, that's where the fraud was. I was trying to tell them to get rid of him long ago, just because he was in my road for over a year, I think up to 2 years. Hold me up, okay? So anyway, getting back to this title, getting back to the land, why it takes so long. It takes such a long time because I had to eliminate everyone one at a time to get them out of the road, so that we can clear and eliminate each person in the fraud. You have to catch them in the fraud. So I've made affidavits all the way through from 2007, or well, right back from 2000, right through, to catch them in the fraud before, during, and after, and then pull it up in the case any time. We can put all these cases in 2 hours flat. It takes 2 hours. If any of these people kick up a stink, or the police or anybody, I'll just get on the phone to the High Court of Admiralty in London, where this mortgage has come from, and start the case off. And I'll transfer it back to the courthouse here, walk in there, it's all over. It's all over within 2 hours of them coming to the court here, because we just transfer the jurisdiction from one court to the other. They do not have jurisdiction in these courts to handle something like this, especially something with the king on it, right? So I'm going as, I don't have to go to a notary public in the Queen's Bench to sign any of my documents. I go and sign for him, okay, for the King. That's why I'm telling the police that I will sign the documents because I have authority to do it, okay? It's just my word against yours. If you can't handle it, if you can't refute it, there's 3 times, that's it. 3 times. So I'm taking the last notice to James Pierce Brown and Simon Brent ROWNTREE, the very first time, right till this last time today. They've already got an email, okay, so I wanted to get there at 12 o'clock today, so I've emailed it to him, so he's got it in his email, and I'll take it up physically and hand it to him afterwards. So that'll give him till 12 o'clock tomorrow to respond. Just the last time, but it's too much. It is too much, because these sort of things are in my ROGAN family, and if you don't know anything, you're best to shut your mouth and say nothing. That's what's happened here. They can't say nothing when it comes to the origination of who made the titles? That guy. Okay? Who made the money? That guy. Okay? That guy. He made the titles. He made the money. He made the titles and the money and the mortgage. Okay? That's the end of that. There's no other person that did that. And the Queen is milking it off. Okay? She's just went and questioned a ship called Britannica, the P&O ship. You see, the P&O ship, they were flying our flag. They got this flag on their ship somewhere hidden to carry their contraband and their gold. Well, we're going after it. We're going after all that gold with these notes, okay? With these notes. With this one. With the big one, okay? With the big one. This one. 917 million trillion pound notes against that ship. Against everything she's put her hands on, okay? And we give her one of those. That's all it's going to take when we go to Devonport in England. Jamie and I are going to set up the court and start raking those off. Okay? We can stand in the court in the Rolls building in London and stand there with their judges there and talk the same language. Okay? So that's how we do it. Above the law. Okay? Above the law. So, anyway, this land block at 1/61 Cook Street, it's come down to this. There's a number of things. Come down to this. 1, they don't have any jurisdiction in the government to do a case like this when they haven't got Admiralty straight with a flag and with the Admiralty citations to go with it. They just don't have the experience of being the king himself to do it. That's why I'm called the King of England, because of King William. Okay, I'm his partner. I'm his trading bank military partner. Okay, military partner. I'm going to bring them over here to New Zealand. The military going to come here. I'm going to bankroll them with these notes. Okay, bankroll them with their notes. Bankroll them with their notes. Okay, so the other thing wrong with that block of land, it's got no sovereignty. They got no sovereignty here. The Queen's gone. She's not in Westminster. She's ripping it to bits and in conflict. They're in conflict with us, the King, and another contract. The Queen is to marry iwi contract with John Key and Wellington. They get the bill. All those following that side get the bill. The King will give a bill. Okay, the King's bench. You'll see some things in those 9 documents with the King's bench there in citations. Okay, the US. You'll see this US citations using a king as their authority on a not an admiral, not an admiral. They don't use admiral. They use the other part of the admiral, right? And not a real one, a play one. They use a play admiral. And so that's where they'll come unstuck when we start putting this out. So that's the other thing that's missing. The bank is fraud on their mortgages for deposits of money. That's not there. I put that in there too. With this land block, it's fraudulent on our land. Okay, they're doing fraud mortgages on that land. That's a bad one. So I'm going to the bank. I'm putting the notes, these notes on the bank, on the lawyers, the conveyancing lawyers. I'm putting these notes on them one at a time, right? On the person who's doing the damage and the injuries to my ship. Okay, that's my ship. It's not a little ship. The little ship. It's like a waka or a little canoe. Okay, so they get a bill for each person that does the conveyancing or the real estate agent. He's going to get whacked with one of these. Okay, for doing a land transaction when they know it's a fraud. The bank's going to get it too, you see, and shut them down, the banks, because one of these notes will go straight over them and to the end of them, right, out of that one, to pay the 970 million trillion. Okay, that the British is watching me, and the British is watching the police and everybody else here, because they have a vested interest in these notes. The British military pretty well owns these notes. Okay? Because why? It's because I said so. Alright? If I say something like that, I mean it. And the British government, the new government, right? The new government of Westminster. You've got to check the old people out, check all those pedophiles, the Queen's people out. Right off the land, right off, out. Okay? The same over here. If these owners start kicking up, I told the police, if they complain about me going on the land tomorrow, then the contract is defaulted before they rang up. The police do not want to get mixed up with the contract in a double default conviction of a fraud title. It just gets worse than anybody that's been playing around on 61 Cook Street, because that's why it's not built. That's why the high rise, the 115 stories, not built. We'll build it straight away. Okay, so he goes up after this. So that's what I want to do. That's the hold up. They'll hold me up. They're going to pay for all the years they can hold me up. In these 6 years, or over 6 years, the Crown gets the bill. The Queen's side gets the bill. Okay, they come under this big bill. They come under this big bill. Okay, the ordinary trillion is the police. That's their bill. That's their bill for stopping my ship. Okay, they stop my ship from sailing over the land that belongs to me. Okay, and that one. Okay, so that's the valuation of the land block, 26.567 million at the moment. That's its government valuation. They sold it for less than the government valuation, 38 million. How could you sell a land block for less than the government valuation? at an auction. You know why? Because the Chinese wouldn't even look at it. They won't even buy because they know it's crooked. They know it's crooked. It's laced, completely laced with fraud. So what I'm doing here is a private prosecution. A private prosecutor, a private person, anybody in private can do it. The only thing I've gone a step further by calling myself the King of England, okay? Which I have a right to. Anybody can say, no, you're not. I'm waiting for someone to say, no, you're not. And I'll say, why? Why not? I'm good enough for a king for a day or two. Anyway, I've got all the credentials for king. I know what a king can do. He can fix up all the fraud and get rid of all the bad people in Westminster. That's what I'm going to do. And see, that's a king. He looks after the people. All these things I do for the people. So I'm here for the interests of the people. The government here in John Key is only interested in their own private business for themselves. That's why they stopped me on Cook Street, because that's part of their business fraud system and corruption. Well, they're going to bust them wide open. Once I get this block, the rest fall over. Okay? We're going to put one of these notes underneath that one, the 970 million trillion, over the whole country. Bang. One mortgage lien. Okay? One of King William's mortgage liens. All these are his liens. His liens. Okay? Contract. Commercial contract. His liens under this flag. Okay? So that's what I want to say. That with that block of land, while I'm waiting for my watch to clear, because it takes a long time, I'll just check, see if it's clear. Yep, it's clear now. So that's what I want to do, because I'm going to walk up now before the end of the day, and I'm going up to print it out. Print out 9 pages. I go up to the registered landowners of 1/61 Cook Street, James Brown. I've never seen the other guy there yet. Some ROWNTREE. He's staying right out of the way. It would be good if I saw him. And then I go up to the police station. I go and see them and physically take the documents in to see them. Okay? And then I come back to the bank and go and see the manager, because they're going to ring me up soon, because I've arranged the overdrafts for the bank so we can get out of here and get off to London and fix the elections up. Get with it. Okay? So that's where we're at today. As I'm just getting myself prepared to go to the bank. New manager, see, they shift them when they know they're getting in trouble with me. Every time there's somebody get in trouble with me, even my mate Alex Willie, they got rid of him because we're getting too close, and you know, they don't want him to he was going to run the bank for me, but I have to run the bank myself now and teach Jamie how to run a bank. Yeah. So anyway, I've got all those ready to go, and go and copy out the documents, and then that's my day. And I'll just get into the British title for that land. I put the squeeze on LINZ, Land Information Using, up on the Land Registry General. He's in trouble. I put a squeeze on him to correct his title and put Moai, Crown, King William IV Trust as the registered owner, landlord of 1/61 Cook Street. That means it belongs to everybody. It belongs to everybody. Moai and King William is everybody around the world in 250 countries. Okay? So all that money I'm collecting goes for everybody who joins us with a mobile phone. Alright, when I get the website going next week, Jamie should be up here next week, and we get straight into the website, get that running up and everything, and then we're going to prepare to go to London to get the Moai King William party going. Okay, it's all ready to go, and I've had a look at all the rules. Yes, I can be a candidate. I can be a candidate in Devonport, where we're going, to the Devonport here in Auckland, New Zealand. Okay, so that's the same property of King William. So I'm going to sort out and investigate HM Treasury and investigate Intuition New Zealand Limited Company here. All the corporate companies in New Zealand, I'm going to investigate the whole lot. Every single one of them, to see how they got their money and whose authority did they use, okay? So one block equals the rest of the will. That's basically what I'm saying, just a creditor. Okay, we're not debt, there are no mortgages. There are no mortgages in this lot. There's no mortgages. We're getting rid of them, okay? So no more mortgages. There's only credit. There's only credit. Nothing, no losing. No share market, okay? No New York, none of that. We've got a closed share market, only for members. And you wouldn't want to leave once you get in it, okay? There's a few people are waiting to buy shares. You don't really have to buy shares to get a slice of this. All you have to do is register on your mobile, any phone, we'll show you how to do it. And then you'll get the spoils of what I recover and salvage for you people. Okay? I only need a teeny bit to buy me some bread and butter and some scallops. Okay? And kinners, mussels, powers, and crayfish. There, that's it. Okay? So I better get going now because time's going by and talk too much. I'm getting happy making videos. But I'm going to get my teeth done, my hair done, my face done, my voice done, so I can sing again, and get shaped up, me and Jamie, and looking good for you. Okay? We can tell nice stories and not funny stories. Okay? So, thank you very much, and we'll see you later, John, Wanoa, Auckland, New Zealand, bidding you a nice day here too.